Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's 2020, and some things never change. We're live here, and my microphone is still surprising me by being in the shot. I thought I had everything set up correctly, but invariably, every time before I go live, this guy winds up sneaking a little closer. Let's go ahead and... Excellent. That is so good. I have just returned from 3 weeks of doing nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing except sitting at home, grinding Dota, watching some television, not a lot, because it was too stressful. The reason being that I have anxiety. I was talking about this a bit at the end of last year. That I feel like as a streamer, you develop like an out of control good compartmentalization muscle. You know, it's like you wake up and you read the news and you're like, put the phone down, and then you turn the stream on and hey, I'm here, I'm ready to talk and be in a good mood and try to just focus on this thing. But if there's sufficient stress building up and doing that sort of thing, you know, not like a good outlet going live in front of thousands of people or more to try to like get that stuff out. So I started to just like chill, just be with my anxiety, you know, instead of trying to just like just do that. And let me tell you, over the break, when finally there was nothing, I had no show, I had no meetings, I didn't even need to go outside. And you know what happened? All that anxiety that had been building up through the year, the near death of one friend, the actual death of another, not enough time off, too many projects, too many things going on. When I was finally alone, my whole body was just like, Gah! And let me tell you something. I don't like anxiety. I've never had anxiety in my life. Never have I ever had it. Stress, love stress. When stress starts, you know, weighing down on me, I kick into high gear. I like that. I sort of take pride when I have that stressful feeling. Oh, I can handle this well. Misery? Oh my God, who doesn't love misery? Who doesn't love being miserable? Come on. I mean, let's be honest. Oh my God, being really sad and depressed and oh my God, I love putting that on like a warm blanket. Like when I was in college, I'd get dumped and oh no, oh God, I get to feel sorry for myself. Oh, I love that shit. I have an incredible comfort with being sad and depressed. Oh my God, it feels great. You can say ridiculous shit when you're in a real sad post-dump, post-whatever misery state. You can just go to somebody like, oh, give me your dessert. And like, oh, you poor thing, have a cookie. And they'll slide the cookie to you and take it, and you have the cookie. You've been having a hard time. With anxiety, it's very different, man. Anxiety. You tell someone you're anxious, you know what people who you say you're anxious to do? You know what they do? They go, oh my God, you're having anxiety? Yeah, last year I was having so much anxiety at my work, I couldn't do anything for 3 weeks and I threw up every day. And then they stop talking. Whenever you share anxiety with someone, they do one of two things. They just start telling you an anxiety story that gets you fucking stressed out, or they'll start telling you to do something. You're anxious, you need to go to cryotherapy immediately. What the fuck is cryotherapy? You need to go to cryo. They're gonna lock you in a tank for 3 minutes and shoot you with the same shit that froze the T-1000 in Terminator. And I'm like, is this a good idea? Like, you have to do it, and you have to do it in the morning. Tell me you're gonna do it, Sean. And I'm like, start getting so fucking stressed on the phone. And then there's this rare sliver of person when you say, dude, I'm feeling anxious, I'm having a hard time. They go, tell me what's going on. Oh man, oh shit, what's happening? What, is there something that's making you feel anxious, or is it just sort of free-floating? Yeah. They treat it kind of similar to how people treat a sad person. I'll be honest. I was just saying how comfortable I was being a sad, miserable wretch when I felt like being it. Because people go, oh, you poor thing. I like when someone does that to me when I'm feeling anxious. And I talked to my brother. Talked to my brother a little bit. I was feeling really anxious, and my brother was going, oh man, you know, I was feeling really stressed like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago. And I did this thing that really helped me. Now notice what my brother did. My brother didn't go, you gotta do this. What are you doing on Saturday? Promise me you're gonna go. Like, fucking pressure. He just started to, you know, like share something that worked for him. That in Korea they have these bathhouses all over the place. They're these sort of like communal bathing areas. where they have like saunas and they have hot tubs and they have cold pools and stuff like that. And he said, okay, so what you should do is, or he said, what I did is I went to the sauna, sit in the sauna for 5 or 10 minutes till you're really sweating, and then get into the cold tub, where it's going to feel a little uncomfortable, but you sit there for like 5 minutes until you start to actually feel like it's your normal body temperature. It'll be a little bit of a shock when you get in there, but that's okay. Just stand there for like 5 minutes and then get out and get back into like a dry sauna for 5-10 minutes, and then go back into the cold tub, and then go to the hot tub, and then go back to the cold tub. Just sort of do this, and it'll be a little uncomfortable, but afterwards you'll feel a lot more relaxed than when I was really anxious. Sean, I did it, and it really helped calm me down. I was doing it like 3 or 4 times a week, and I remember going, hey, that actually, I think could work. I don't know what it was about it. Maybe it's the fact that Nick is my brother and we share a bunch of genes, but someone who, I was able to say, yeah, this was making me anxious, this was making me anxious, this was making me anxious, and he goes, yep, same thing for me, same thing for me, same thing for me, and this thing worked for me. It kind of gave me hope. Because here, one of the things that's been really invasive to me about suddenly having, for the first time really this year, anxiety for like, past 12 months, for the very first time, having anxiety, suddenly everything sets me off. Everything. Like, absolutely everything. Watch an episode of TV. Britt says, do you want to watch another? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I have to eat lunch. There's no food here. I'll just put off figuring out what to do for lunch in like 3 hours. It was like so fucking stupid, because it's like, I know it's hard to have anxiety, but I have to joke about it. I have to. I don't know how else to joke about, or how else to cope with it, right? Where it's like, I need to get lunch. I'm not strong enough. Like, what the fuck is going on in my mind and my body to convince me to just like not do any of that? And it's really weird because there's things like playing Dota unwinds me. Oh, playing Dota. Oh, okay, I have the comfort and control over a knowable system that is smaller than all the stress of the whole world, and when winning and losing occurs, it's due to something I can wrap my head around. What a relief. Reading a book. I've been grinding Dresden Files books. I've been grinding them. I'm on book 10 right now, the Dresden Files. Oh, nice and calming. Hey, Sean. Where should we go to dinner? Too much, man. Too fucking much. So the fact that my brother was talking to me about going to this bathhouse, doing this sort of alternation-y thingy, I was like, wow, maybe this could actually be something that I could do. And so I get in the car and I'm driving to the thing, and I'm just feeling stressed. And I called my brother, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm going there, and I'm just feeling anxious about it. And he's like, oh, what is it? Is that, like, you're just uncomfortable being there? Is it, like, because it's one of these bathhouses where you're more or less nude while you're there. He's like, is that bothering you? I'm like, no, I don't know. Everything's making me feel uncomfortable right now. And he's like, don't worry, just listen to me, okay? If you go there and you get into the hot sauna, it's going to feel uncomfortable, but just stay there for like 5 minutes or so. Just stay there. And I know a lot of people, when they get in the cold tub, they want to jump right back out. Sean, just stay there. Just stay there for a little bit. And I go, okay. I get there, get into this bathhouse, quiet locker room, like putting my clothes away and getting the towel on, my little sandals on. And the sandals are way too small because they're those generic size. Or not sandals, they're flip-flops. That'd be weird if they gave you sandals. They give you flip-flops. And they're just like one size. So you know how like with a muffin, it has the little parts tiny, and then there's like this muffin dome that's like seeping out. I want you to imagine that my foot is the muffin dome. Just fucking squeezed into this little tiny thing as I'm trying to like wander around there. And so there's a door that says like robes and flip-flops required beyond this point. And it's just really quiet, and I can hear some steam out there, and I'm going to like open it. I'm just going to figure out where the things are and open it up. And there are so many people there, I immediately thought it was a zombie apocalypse, right? There is just like crowds packed by noise and because I expect bathhouses to just be this sort of quiet, meditative, relaxing thing, and I go in there and I'm like, and suddenly I'm aware that I'm naked and my flip-flops are too fucking small, and I'm like, you can do this, Sean. You can get into a sauna and sit still. I don't know. I'm not strong enough. Anxiety is bullshit, right? And, like, they have, like, information all over everything, but I, like, trying to look and read is too stressful to me, so I just keep touching things with my hand. And I touch it, I'm like, that's the middle temperature. Okay, this is a hot thing. Now, okay, there's the cold one. And I try to find a sauna. I find it, and I just go in there, and finally, it's starting to be quiet. Oh my God, I'm in the sauna, and it's just, okay, and I'm in there, and I'm trying to... And it's hot. Like, I inhale and I can feel like the heat and the burning in my nostrils. And I'm starting to like, oh, okay, and I'm just like closing my eyes and I'm breathing. And it's kind of nice to not have any electronics or anything, because I think if there's one thing that I've hated more than anything in the 2010 decade, it is the notification. I don't know why this has become such a thing, because I think the first company, product, social media, whatever the fuck, to have notifications made sense to me, right? You have nothing going on in your life, bing, you have an email. Oh, I use email. I'm going to check this email. But now, all I'm surrounded by is pressure. All of it. I've deleted almost all my social media. I got email. I got text messages. I got Facebook that I deactivated 4 years ago sending me emails and texting me on my phone with updates of friends that I have completely forgotten about henceforth. All these spam callers are constantly calling my number. And then, like, right when I'm just like, Sean, you gotta just close it all. I like turn off my monitors and step away. My cats are like, meow, meow, we're fucking hungry. Play string with us. I'm like, oh, fuck, disable notifications, mute. Oh, it's like too much. And when you're in the sauna, there's no one can fuck with you. There's no phone. There's not a screen with the news. And let's be honest, no one has ever put on a news report that's like, Jeremy set out some goals for himself in the last 6 months. He achieved him, and he's in a great mood. More on the story at 6. No one does that. They're like, 8 babies were found in a drain pipe in China, but that's not our top story because something a lot worse is going on, and let's interview someone who absolutely hates the second person we're going to be interviewing. I don't like the fucking news. I'm just in this sauna, and there's no news, there's no notifications, and I'm just, oh my God, okay. Oh, finally. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I can do this. I can get in this cold pool. And you know how, like, when Spider-Man is ever about to make a decision, you just suddenly cut to the voice of just like, with great power comes great responsibility. And he's like, thanks, Uncle Simon. I don't remember his name. And I could hear my brother's voice, just stay in the cold tub for 5 minutes. Just stay in the cold tub for 5 minutes. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And I get into the water, and I'm like, this is okay. And then I immediately go into shock, right? It's really weird. The water was so cold that my body just started to go, and I'm just like, my knuckles hurt, and my toes, their knuckles hurt. I'm just, gosh, and I'm like trying to count to 300, because 300 is 5 minutes worth of seconds. And I'm like, 4, 5, and like I'm starting, like my teeth hurt, everything hurts. I'm just like, oh my God. And I only made it to like a minute, and I just like got out. And let me tell you, the shock to your system when you go into cold water, I could see everything when I suddenly stepped out of that cold tub. Every sound, sight, odor, I could hear people's emotions and thoughts and shit. I was just like, holy fuck. And when I say I was like, holy fuck, I literally am stepping down totally naked with people like here and here and here. And I'm just, holy fuck. Like, I am not, I don't care what anyone thinks of me. It's already too loud. I can hear all the brain notifications everywhere. And I didn't make it to 5 minutes, not even close. So I just like go back to the sauna, and I'm like, oh fuck, oh God. And here's a real problem with anxiety. Here's the biggest problem with anxiety. Anything that is supposed to help you with anxiety, you start to do it, and your anxious little brain immediately goes, I'm not sure it's working. I'm not sure it's working. I'm not sure it's working. Oh God, that's making me anxious. I'm not sure it's working. Is it working? Oh fuck, what if it doesn't work? Am I fucking it up? I'm probably fucking it up. I'm probably a complete fuck up, right? It starts to go all the way in these stupid fucking loops. And I'm just in the sauna with my hot nostrils, and I'm just like, oh Jesus, this is, I don't know, man. Okay, I just gotta calm down. I just have to fucking relax. Let's get back into the cold pool, and let's just try to make it to 2 minutes. I did not make it to 2 minutes. I made it to about 40 seconds, and I had to get back out because hypothermia was setting in. It was so bad. But I basically kind of tried to do the rest of everything, where I, go into the hot tub and get out and just spend like 30 seconds in the cold thing, go to the sauna, get out and do all that stuff. When I am out of the sauna, I feel like I've actually just been shaken vigorously for like 90 minutes. But you know that sort of relaxation you feel in your lungs after you've like had a really good sleep or a really long run where you're sort of tired and you're like, okay, all right. And I texted my brother and I said, Nick, how cold are these pools supposed to be? And he says, the cold tub's supposed to be fucking cold. And I was like, how cold is fucking cold? And he's like, about 20 degrees Celsius, maybe a little less, which is like mid-60s. This tub was just above freezing. This tub was like 40 degrees, okay? And I almost died just trying to ease myself into my brother's good intentions. I mean, this like legitimately fucked me up, man. But on the way home, I was sort of just like, okay, I don't know if it worked. Normally when I'm in the car, I call a friend. So I called my friend. And she's like, hey, Sean, how are you? And suddenly I realize I can't talk anymore. I'm just too tired to talk. I'm too relaxed. And that's when it hits me. I feel relaxed. I'm relaxed. I'm on the phone and I'm like, I'm relaxed. And she's like, that's good. I'm like, no, and then I just start laughing like a psychopath. And she's like, are you all right? And I'm like, I'm relaxed. Do you understand? Have you ever been relaxed? Like, oh my God, I'm relaxed. And like just turning the car, I could just feel the steering wheel on my hands. Like, is this what being relaxed feels like? Oh my God. Because, oh yeah, here's another thing. I was feeling some pain in my chest, like in my ribs. And of course I'm like, that's the heart attack. It's coming. It's going to kill me. And I went to whatever the sports doctor that does muscle and bony stuff. I know it has a name for it. I don't remember it. And she actually told me that 3 of my ribs here were out of place because I'd been holding my chest so tight, right? Like that's the degree to which on my time off, I was like, I have to get lunch. Oh, pop, 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 pop. And like she's like, fucking crunch those lungs or those, whatever the ribs. Yeah, she crunched ribs back. I was like, oh fuck. And so let me tell you, when I was exiting the bathhouse, and I was, dude, magic. You know what? I went home and I watched a show called How to Get Away with Murder. It's by Shonda Rhimes. Let me tell you, Shonda Rhimes knows how to make some crazy shit happen every 5 minutes. I didn't stop giggling for the entire duration of the 45-minute episode. These 2 people are cheating with each other. Ha 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 ha. The wife finds out, and suddenly he's convicted of a murder. Ha ha ha. Fucking relaxation. Went to play Dota. Couldn't even see the minimap. Had no idea that a minimap even existed. I'm playing a squishy support with no escape. 4 and 20. I didn't even care, man. I'm like, wow, I'm doing really bad. Ha ha ha. And so suddenly, I'm starting to realize that perhaps, as good as a broadcaster or streamer might be at compartmentalizing, not looking at what is stressful or painful, and focusing on delivering a good show and a good product and all that jazz, maybe, just maybe, it's important too to have ways of diffusing and letting some of that stress out.